Hello, and welcome to the Holiday Baking Show, the show that provides you with all your baking needs for the holidays. Here's the host of the show with today's recipe.
In for a treat. We have with us a classic recipe of chocolate chip cookies. Now, this recipe can be found almost anywhere and basically in almost every grocery store because it is found on the back of this brand of morsels, of chocolate chip morsels. So for this recipe, we are going to need flour, which we have right here, baking soda, salt, butter, some granulated sugar, some brown sugar, vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, and of course the morsels. So first we are going to mix together the flour, baking soda, and salt. Now this calls for 2 1/4 cups of flour, so we're just going to go ahead and pour that right in. And for the baking soda, we need 1 teaspoon. It's okay if you spill some, it's going in there anyways. And then we're going to do the salt, which is also a teaspoon. Just pour that right in. And then we're just going to mix all of this together until it's all evenly distributed. So it'll look like this. All right, and now we're going to move on to the next step and set this aside for later. For this next step, we are going to mix the butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, and vanilla extract into the large bowl. So for the butter, it says you need softened sticks of butter, but I like to just go ahead and melt it so we can just mix it all together. And that's 2 sticks of butter. Make sure to get it all out. Now you don't have to melt the butter, it's just something that my family has always done. It's just easier to do instead of waiting for the butter to soften up a little bit. All right. And next we're going to do the sugar. We're going to continue mixing this after this short break.
All this work is stressing me out. It's all due tomorrow. We're in the same class. How do you have all this free time?
I drink procrastinate. It's an energy drink that boosts motivation, so you finish work faster than ever before.
And that joke is great.
And welcome back. So before we went to break, we were about to mix in the sugar, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. It's 3/4 cup of sugar. Just go ahead and mix that a little bit. And then we're going to do the brown sugar, which is right here. It's also 3/4 a cup of packed brown sugar. And then we need the vanilla extract, which is 1 teaspoon. All right. So let's go ahead and mix this in before we add in the eggs. And you want to make sure it's a nice and golden color, and make sure it's all nice and creamy too. And then once that's done mixing, we are going to add in the eggs one at a time. Let's just set these aside. Mix this one in first. And now for the second one. And you want to make sure the eggs are completely stirred in so you don't see any left. All right, and now we are going to gradually add in the flour mixture. You don't want to pour it in all at once because it could be too difficult to stir in, so just little at a time is the way to go. And once that's completely mixed in, you can move on to the next round. Now, of course, this would be easier with an electric mixer, but since I don't have one, we're going to stick to doing it by hand. All right, that's good. And the last of the flour mixture. And then you can just set that aside and mix the rest in. Try to get all the flour mixed in. You don't want to find any spots at the bottom. All right, and then for the last and not least step, we need to add in the morsels. Now, it is optional to add in chopped nuts, but I don't like those to add those in, so we're just going to go ahead and pour those in. All right, and then once you're done mixing that, you can put it in the oven for about 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 9 to 11 minutes until golden brown. And that is how you make chocolate chip cookies. Thanks for watching. See you next time.